Welcome back to Mets Nets Jets D podcast coming to you on February 21st. Thank TGI Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Uh Decent yesterday. The picks that I put up were good, but just putting the right teams together was the problem. The Heat let us down. I would have had a huge day if the Heat came through. But since they didn't, and somehow they squandered a 6, 7, 5 point lead at the end, late at the end of the fourth quarter, and let Trae Young just go off. We got these 3 wins right here, 3 parlays, well, 2 parlays, and then this one you can't really see. I just wanted to show the win, but I knew for a fact the Bucks was going to win by at least 20. They won exactly by 20. So just to be safe, I put 19 at plus 240. Great value right there. But we're gonna move on to today. On Friday, we have a decent sized slate. We got, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should be what? This thing load up. It should be like 8 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 games. Okay. 9-game slate. We're going to start off with the Dallas Mavericks. Quick, straight to the point. Mavericks on the road against the Orlando Magic. This one, right, to me is clear cut. I understand they had a close matchup in Dallas. Dallas only won by 1 point. But Dallas is a very good team. Doncic, KP are clicking now. And they're a totally different team on the road. They're only 1 game above 500 at home. And then on the road, they're like 10 games over 500. I'm trying to click the stat button, but it doesn't want to load up for me right now. Let's try this again. So I can show you the home road splits for this specific team. It's slow. All right, stats. Got to use this, okay? Dallas Mavericks to the left, 15-14 at home, and then they're 18-8 on the road. Totally different team on the road. I don't know what it is. Doncic likes to show up and show out, but I love the Mavericks. I love the money line. I think the point spread is too low. This Magic team is very up and down. Markelle Fultz is a decent addition as their point guard. They're missing Jonathan Isaac, who's a very key defender. And it's just Aaron Gordon and Fournier who's decent, and then Vucevic. But I think the scoring power that the Mavericks have is be too much for the Magic. Next game, Cleveland Cavaliers against the Washington Wizards. Cleveland Cavaliers just fired their coach, Beeline. I think this frees them up. They didn't like the way he was coaching. They have been playing a little bit better. I've seen the progress between Darius Garland and Colin Sexton, especially from the 3-point spot. This game is tricky. I know a lot of people are just going to smash the Wizards, but I would be worried to that. I'm going to be on the side of the Cavaliers plus points. You can bump that up to 9, 10 if you want to for safety, because you're still going to get about the same number as you just taking the Wizards money line. But I really think with him gone, the addition of Andre Drummond, Kevin Love, you got Tristan Thompson off the bench. Kevin Porter has been a great scorer off the bench as well. I think this is a very dangerous team against the Wizards because they're both not good. But I just like the fact that it becomes a different scenario when the enigma on your team is gone and you guys can play free. The next game, we have the Phoenix Suns against the Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors went into the All-Star break red hot, despite the fact losing their last game right before the All-Star break to the Nets. This team is still a formidable force, and the Phoenix Suns are decent. They're getting some guys back. Ayton's going to be back. Aaron Baines is going to be back. Dario Saric is going to be back. But they still have to, get back into their system. I think the Raptors at home is going to be too much. I don't think they cover. So if you want the better value, I would take the Suns point line But if you just want a nice win, I think the Raptors definitely take this one at home, where they dominate. The next game, we have the Indiana Pacers against the New York Knicks. We got a little injury news. TJ Warren is a game time decision. Elfrid Payton is going to be inactive, which is a huge downgrade at point guard. Now they have just Dennis Smith, Frank Niddle. I don't even know how to say his freaking name. RJ Barrett is back. This team is ugly, just straight up. I love the 100% love Pacers just to win. And if you want to take that point line, which they should cover, Brogdon, Oladipo, Sabonis, Turner, just too much that the Pacers have. They did struggle going to the All-Star game, but they got rest. I think they're going to get back to it. Oladipo regroups himself from his injury, and they're going to destroy the New York Knicks today. Next game, we have the Denver Nuggets against the Oklahoma City Thunder. This one, I wanted you guys to see the stats here. See, when I try to choose a team, I like to look at recent history. You know, if there's home road splits, if one team dominant here and the other there. It's just straight up and down. The Denver Nuggets own the Thunder. So I see this opportunity where, you know, OKC is a little bit better, but they still have to deal with Nikola Jokic, who averages just about 28 points a game against his team. Jamal Murray has been lights out. There's no Will Barton, but they get a huge boost off the bench. Michael Porter, whenever he gets on the court, this man is dangerous. Scoring and rebounding, both sides. I love him off the bench. OKC, they can get a little dangerous, but I think Steven Adams is going to have a tough time holding down Nikola Jokic. And if you can't stop that big man, then you can't stop that offense because everything flows through him. So I can get value right here. You can take the plus points on the Nuggets, but I think the Nuggets continue the domination over the OKC Thunder. In the last 15 games, they won 14 out of the last 15. Either give me the point line or just give me the Nuggets just to win. And it's not even a rivalry if you're just destroying one team. So give me the Nuggets. Next game, we have the Boston Celtics against the Minnesota Timberwolves. We have some news here. We have no Kemba Walker for the Boston Celtics. And then for the Minnesota Timberwolves, you have Karl-Anthony Towns without the date of when he's ever going to come back. Same probably situation as Kyrie Irving, probably going to sit out the rest of the season. This one is tricky. I know a lot of people are just, Celtics on the road. Give me the point line. I'm not too confident in hitting that. This Boston Celtics team is totally different when they don't have their leader. Tatum is great, but Kemba Walker as an aggressive ball handler is a whole nother situation where you have that type of 1-2 punch. Marcus Smart is going to probably start, but I think the value is where the Timberwolves point line. If the Celtics were at home, I feel totally confident because they're 100%. They're very good at home. On the road and without Kemba Walker is the key. I think D'Angelo Russell can keep it close enough where it's not totally a blowout. So give me the plus 7.5, Minnesota at home. Okay, this is gonna be a feisty team. All right, they got nothing to lose. They're just gonna go out there and ball. All right. So next game we have the San Antonio Spurs against the Utah Jazz. Jazz at home. They are 20-5 at home. Let's just double check that. Stats. 25 at home, and the Spurs really, really struggle on the road. So this whole rodeo trip that they usually do every year, it's a no-go. Give me the Utah Jazz. Give me the freaking point line. Last time they faced them, and Jazz have something to play for. Last time they faced them, they lost by 7 in San Antonio. So Jazz better at home. They have a little revenge narrative right here. Give me that money line just to be safe, or give me the point line in the Utah Jazz, okay? Without Mike Conley as well, but still, I love Donovan Mitchell. I love the combination of Ingles and Bogdanovich, and they have the best defensive center, Rudy Gobert, okay? Next game, we have the New Orleans Pelicans against the Portland Trailblazers. This one, I'm all on the side of the Pelicans. Portland doesn't have their leader. When you don't have your point guard, it's huge. It's huge. Some teams can deal with it and they have a decent enough backup, but Damian Lillard out for the next 3-4 games is a huge problem for them, despite the fact that the Portland Trailblazers are home. McCollum is going to have to put the team on his back. Carmelo is and the Pelicans have too much, especially Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram and Zion are just going to have a freaking field day. Zion's going to destroy Carmelo Anthony. So any player prop you see, I'm taking it against freaking Carmelo Anthony defense every day. And then Brandon Ingram's been an all-star as well. Give me the Pelicans, taking advantage of the fact that Damian Lillard is going to be out. And last but not least, be careful of this last game. I understand Memphis Grizzlies are on a back-to-back, but what you don't know is that they are 5-0 against the spread on the second leg of a back-to-back. So on that second game, you think they're down and out, but this team is young and feisty. I like the value in the 10.5 on the Grizzlies, or if you want to take this horrible number in minus 625, you can. But give me the Grizzlies to keep this close and shock some people. And I'm telling you, you got to look at these numbers, man. Look at these numbers. Grizzlies are very tough on the second leg of a back-to-back, and I don't expect them to get blown out, okay? So those are my calls for Friday. I will be posting something on Twitter of all my picks all together later today. Hopefully I have time to do it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, MetsNetsJustD. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, MetsNetsJustD. Don't forget to go to rundfs.com, log in, sign up, get connected, and get into that Discord chat, okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back Monday. Good luck and peace out.